Thank you for tuning in to another episode of This Freakin' Show. The show a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. I'm your host, Travis, and alongside me is...
Awkward Colin.
And Geekcast Joe.
Confused there, Joe?
No. I know, my tone was a little off. I don't know why.
You sound like you're questioning your name there for a minute.
Geekcast Joe?
How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
That's good. Yeah, this is our Thanksgiving episode.
It is. It is our Thanksgiving episode.
I'm excited. Our first holiday special show.
Yep. All hail the Great Pumpkin.
That's right.
Screw the Great Pumpkin. Fuck peanuts.
Tell me how you really feel there, Colin.
The Peanuts is a stupid ass show.
What you got against the Peanuts, Colin?
I despise them.
Why?
Absolutely hate them.
Is it the concept of like there's a dog that flies a doghouse?
No, I don't know. I just have never liked Peanuts.
That's fair.
Do you like the actual like peanut you eat?
Not really.
You know what
I have to be in a mood for it.
I found out that a peanut is not actually a nut.
It's a legume.
Yeah.
I didn't know I knew that. It just came out of my mouth.
You knew something about it because I know it's definitely not a peanut. It grows underground.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yep. I only know it because I watched an episode of Good Eats with Alton Brown that had it.
Nice.
Oh, I love that show.
It's so good. I wish they'd put more of it on Netflix. Sorry. Anyway.
So this is our Thanksgiving special. We're going to spend most of our time here talking about Thanksgiving itself, Black Friday. Talk about what we're thankful for mostly. Maybe share some stories that we have and bring on our special guest a little bit later.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it.
Perfect. Hey, speaking of Black Friday, how do you guys feel about this freaking thing? The whole concept of this sales shopping as it starts. Actually, it doesn't even start on Black Friday anymore. It actually starts on Thursdays.
I hate it.
I don't. I mean, I hate the fact that it starts on Thursday when it is Black Friday. But I mean, it doesn't irritate me. I occasionally I don't go crazy, I should say. And if I want something, I'll look if they have it, but not a big deal if they don't.
Colin, you're probably like one of the few people that don't go crazy on Black Friday, which surprised me because you seem like a guy who goes for the deals and everything. But I was actually looking up before we started the show, kind of like on some information on Black Friday and everything. Do you guys realize that since 2010, there have been 7 people who died on Black Friday and 98 people injured just from shopping?
That's insane to me.
That really doesn't surprise me. People are idiots.
Oh yeah, if I look up some information here, it's actually, if you want to check it out, it's actually on BlackFridayDeathCount.com.
BlackFridayDeathCount.com.
Yep, and the last reported death on Black Friday was in 2013. A teen returning home from Black Friday shopping fell asleep at the wheel and got killed in the wreck.
Huh.
Yeah. I remember actually, oh man, what was it? I think it had been like 2008. I went out Black Friday shopping. It wasn't even me shopping. It just went out with a buddy of mine to McDonald's to get something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's offering Black Friday deals?
I wish. Oh, man.
They should.
They need to. You know, like go back to, instead of having like the hamburger days, just do it on Black Friday for like 85 cents.
Yeah. Or like a Black Friday filet of fish.
Exactly. But anyway, so I was over at the Walmart parking lot, you know, because I don't know if you've ever been down towards the Bradley area, but there's a McDonald's right there by the Walmart. So we stopped over at McDonald's, we got something to eat, and we were heading to Walmart just to kind of check out some Black Friday specials and everything, which Walmart, in my opinion, is one of the worst places to go Black Friday shopping because they offer great deals on televisions, but they only carry like 5 televisions.
Oh, gotcha.
And at this point, there was a television that was on sale. It was like a 32-inch or 40-inch TV for like $100-something. And as me and a buddy of mine were walking through the parking lot, we heard this woman yelling at this other woman, like just in the parking lot, yelling about this TV and everything. So as the woman's putting the TV in the back of her car, the crazed woman yelling at her took the car and like just shoved it right into her car.
That is insane.
Oh yeah, people are nuts.
Huh.
Like I said before, people are stupid.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, that's why I don't. I guess I've never understood the magic because I've never participated in it. It doesn't do it for me. I'm not into the fighting crowds for deals that I probably could have gotten online like months in advance.
Yeah, I remember someone telling me that pretty much any deal you could find on Black Friday, you could just wait till Cyber Monday and get the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of times that's what I've heard too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they usually are pretty close to the same deals. But talking about Cyber Monday here this year, Walmart decides to start their deals on Sunday because they're once again morons and can't keep on the day that it's given.
that's so weird. Well, they're trying really hard to compete with Amazon, from what I understand.
Yeah,
And they're just
they
not
do
gonna.
the entire month.
They what?
Amazon offers
Right.
deals the entire month.
Yeah, yeah. I get an email every morning from Amazon. 70% off men's clothing.
Right.
Like 75% of my shopping's over Amazon. And it's not just because they have the better deals. I could do all my shopping without pants.
Right.
Travis, you buy your pants on Amazon.
I do buy my pants on Amazon. Absolutely.
Nice.
I bought a couple pairs of shoes, some underwear, socks, anything. Anything I need, I can just buy it on Amazon.
Right?
That's not always true.
It's pretty close though.
Oh yes, Garrett, that is very close.
What can't you buy on Amazon besides produce?
There's a lot. There's actually surprising a lot of stuff. I can't think of anything.
You can buy a lot of
anything
produce
I-
on Amazon too now, though.
There you go.
You
So,
can buy your groceries online.
Yeah.
so unless I'm not looking for meat, I'm pretty sure I can get on Amazon.
Yeah. You can even get those. You can get brown sugar cinnamon Pop Tarts on Amazon without the frosting. Something you can't get in stores anymore, but you can get it on Amazon.
What about Confederate flags?
Nope. No, I guess not. That is one thing you can't buy on Amazon. Which is fine. I was never in the market for one. So,
Yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I never said Black Friday. I am going Black Friday shopping this year with my mom just because some things for the house I have to get, like a ladder, and we're going to look at some curtains.
$100. $100 for a ladder.
nice.
Yeah.
Some kind of dog-proof cage.
No such this this dog has to be. If this dog was in Alcatraz, he'd escape.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
boy.
see that actually.
Yeah. Oh, and my dog actually peed in the house for the first time.
Lucky you.
Peed in the house in front of us for the first time.
This dog. So Colin's over here playing with the dog. Just tug of war stuff like that and everything. And this dog stops playing, goes over to the chair, and gets ready to pee on my fucking jacket. So Colin yells at the dog. I yell at the dog. The dog puts its leg down, stops, stares right at me, and starts peeing on the carpet
With its leg down.
with his leg down, just staring right at me, like he's looking at me like, you're not gonna do shit, and starts peeing.
That's hilarious.
I get up, I freak out. Colin gets to the door to let the dog out. The dog just runs into the yard and everything without his leash on. Now, granted, I don't believe my dog will run away,
No.
but there's a possibility he might. And with the time being, my fence ain't in the best shape. I don't want to have to go chasing around the, neighborhood at night.
Mm-hmm.
Colin's out there. Colin's yelling for him to come back. I am still pissed off about the fact that there's a puddle in my rug.
Right.
There was 2 puddles because he pissed twice.
So I get Colin out of the way. I go through the back door. I'm yelling for Cooper to come back. This dog comes back, and as he darts towards the sliding glass door, I just take my hand and just I don't even know what you would call it. Colin, what did I do with my hand?
He laid him out.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't hit the dog,
Right.
but I was able to thrust him into a circular motion onto his back with one fell swoop.
Yes.
And he looked at me like, please rub my belly. It
That's excellent.
was probably the biggest headache I've ever had to deal with, but I still love the dog. Still love the dog. He hasn't chewed anything up lately, so I mean that's a plus.
Yeah, that is a plus. I mean, a little nipping there, here and there on stuff, but not heavy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But what's this? This but Cooper's first Thanksgiving with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows what his last year's Thanksgiving was like.
Yep.
Well, his last Thanksgiving, he was about 3 weeks old.
Yeah.
And he was probably in a pound somewhere.
Yuck.
Yeah.
So this one is gonna be better no matter what.
Yeah.
What are you guys' plans for Thanksgiving this year?
I'm going down to
I'm going-
Lafayette.
I'm going to my dad's.
Nice. You going down to your mom's there, Joe?
Yeah. So I haven't been able to make it down there probably since my wedding. So feel like should make an effort.
You going out to your dad's there, Colin?
Yeah.
It's just you and your dad?
No, his side of the family is going to be there.
Is his girlfriend gonna be there?
I don't know. I no, I actually think she is going to be there.
Wow, they make a cute couple.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever you say.
That's good. Yeah, I'm actually going out to my dad's like I do every year.
Nice.
So it's fun. Yeah, but it's me, Nick, Sherry, and Sherry's boyfriend are actually gonna head down there, and it's gonna be my dad and my dad's brother, my uncle. Pretty much the same thing every year. I asked Dad if I could bring Cooper.
What do you say?
If Doug shows up, neither of us get to go inside. So Cooper gets to hang out here for a little bit, and yeah. So I'm excited to for that again. Bring home a little dish. Maybe I'll find like a turkey flavored beef stick or something like that for Cooper, so he can enjoy some Thanksgiving on his own.
Nice.
So our guest is ready.
Yes.
Cool. Let's bring him on and get to know him.
Sounds good. All right. So we have a very special thing with our podcast tonight. We have our first guest. He is one of my best friends, my cousin, and my co-host on the Geekcast Live podcast, Ryan, aka GCR. Welcome.
Sup, fellas?
Hey Ryan, I missed you, man.
I missed you too, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, bro. I'm doing wonderful.
Can I fill you in on this new thing I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I call it nighttime vodka cranberry.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Yeah. I'm switching to more of a fruity, festive thing with the cranberry. I think for the holidays.
Nice.
it makes sense,
So-
man. I mean, because I normally know you as a whiskey guy.
Yeah, I'm not normally a vodka guy, but I think actually I found some vodka in my liquor cupboard, and it's Deep Eddy brand vodka, which I'd never heard of before, so I wanted to drink it as fast as I could.
Perfect.
Yeah, so got that going for me.
Perfect. Well,
Which is
why don't you give a little background about who you are?
I am sorry. As Joe said, I am his cousin. I've known him since birth because I'm older.
Accurate.
I guess him and I started a little podcast called the Geekcast Live podcast in December 2013.
Yep.
We've been releasing an episode a week since then, along with bonus episodes, and we have Geekcast Game Night, which we're working on. Our other co-host Rob has been putting together a Song of Ice and Fire role-playing game experience that he's recording that'll be coming out soon. And yeah, that's kind of what we do. I sell some batteries. I work for Interstate Batteries, and that's. I mean, I just had a kid like 5 days ago.
Like,
Congratulations.
you literally gave birth to him?
Well, it's a her.
That's Colin, by the way. I don't think you two have been acquainted.
No, we have not.
Yeah.
How are you, sir? I hope to break bread and salt with you at a later date.
Yes.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Colin, tell Ryan what you purchased that we're all gonna try together one day.
Oh,
Peyote?
That would be better, I think.
Well-
Did you say peyote?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no.
I guess I'll rephrase
it's
it. Guess what?
it's close. I mean, it'll give you just as bad a trip.
Okay.
We're all gonna get together and drink some good old Malort.
Ugh. Wow. I'd rather have anal leakage than drink Malort ever. I'll drink Malort again, I guess.
Right.
If it's
Well,
for a reason.
Well, the reason is Colin's never had it.
Oh. Well.
Yes.
Well. Some people
So-
didn't. Some people were so fascinated with whether or not they could that they didn't stop and think if they should. That's Jepson's Malort.
Yeah, I've heard all about it.
It's like a gypsy curse.
It is. It's exactly like drinking a gypsy curse.
It's like drinking vomit out of an old derby hat.
Nice.
It's the
That's-
tears of your friends strained through a gym sock.
Yeah. Yeah. Tonight's the night I fight my dad, is what I say after I take a drink of Malort.
Yep.
Man, everybody that drinks it knows the sayings for it.
It's like drinking Malort's like having sex with your favorite aunt.
Oh, okay then.
That's Malort, and it's awful.
I guess it might be awesome depending on what you're into. With that.
Yeah. If you swing that way.
I am excited. Granted, like Malort's nothing to be proud of trying, and I'm not a big craft beer drinker, but I am excited to try that Malort and that Three Forts.
Oh yeah, 3 Floyd. Did you hear about this, Ryan?
The Dark Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, Dark Lord Malort
Yeah.
team up.
I tell you what, I've got. I have some bottles of Dark Lord, and I would be willing to get some Malort and do like a
like
to see
a
if you-
like a
like a-
Malort Dark Lord Boilermaker.
Yeah, I would be
Oof.
willing to. What do you name that? I think you'd have to name it like.
The Evil League of Evil.
Yes.
It's like the
It's
Justice
actually
League
called-
from Hell.
No, it's called a Bad Horse.
A bad horse. Excellent.
That's what it's called.
Standing O for you, sir.
Gee,
First one on the
That's what
podcast.
We're calling that a Bad Horse.
Oh.
It's a pint of Dark Lord, and you do a bloop of like you drop a Malort shot in and take it back. Bad horse, bad
I was
horse.
saying, how do you get
horse,
a
bad horse.
quartet to sing to you after you do that? That's the best
Yeah.
possible chaser.
It is.
That's motor
Yeah.
oil plus pure ethanol, I think.
Mm-hmm. The only thing you could truly chase that with is like a bullet.
Right.
But no one's gonna kill themselves after taking a bad horse.
Oh, you don't
Ugh.
have to.
Down the bad horse
swallow
and
the
kick the
bullet.
chair out from under you.
I'm honest to God now. I have to have a bad horse,
I know, right?
and it pisses me off. But anyway, I don't want to hijack your show. That's that
Oh.
rabbit hole.
No, I love your voice. I want you to keep going with that. But tell me about your new daughter.
Her name is Avi Adler. She just had her 1 week appointment today, and she is perfect in every way, which I don't know why she wouldn't be. I mean, my wife makes perfect human beings. and
Yeah.
she doesn't think she can cook, and I think that's stupid. She can bake, man. So she kudos to her. It's quite the experience. I mean,
Yeah.
it's no secret. We have all three of our kids have been delivered cesarean, C-section. And for those of you who don't know what that means, that's where they cut the baby out of the mom. And there's nothing quite like, 9 months ago I had sex with my wife, and that's all I've done for this pregnancy. And to know what she goes through to have a baby, just for the 9 months of being pregnant, because there's like the 6.5, 7 month, like, yay, I'm pregnant. And then that on a dime turns to like Linda Blair exorcism, I'm done being pregnant. And you pray together as a couple that at some point you'll have the child. And then you have the kid and you're like, wow, how worth it was that? Because nothing can prepare you for how much you're in love with a thing you've never met.
Mm-hmm.
And then to find out it's perfect, and then when you're the dad, you get pulled over to the side of the operating room because you got to be there while they, do the stupid human tricks with the baby, make sure it's got fucking 5 fingers in each hand, and make sure the hips work, and it's screaming, and it's got good color and all that shit. And then you turn around to like give a thumbs up to your wife, who's numb from her like collarbone to her toes because she's being cut open. And you look and all of her insides are sitting on her outsides.
Oh, lovely.
And you're like, hey, so
and people are squeamish about Bone Tomahawk. I just don't.
I'm with you. That's why I think if you're squeamish about Bone Tomahawk, you've never seen your wife's stomach, bladder, intestines, kidneys, etc. sitting on the outside of her body. So
I didn't even see that movie, but I was listening to your show when you guys were talking about it, and you played that skip from it, or not skip, but the scene from it. I was driving through downtown Joliet while listening to that, and I literally I locked my doors. But I don't know what's going on, but it sounds too much for me.
It's an intense scene if you haven't seen it. We were actually chastised on last week's show by Nick. We should, he said we should have had a warning. We should just never play that again. He's for sure we lost listeners. I have to admit, I didn't think about our listenership when we were playing it.
I didn't know it was playing over the podcast. I thought it was just our reactions.
Oh yeah, that show is real.
Oh, well, let me tell you, it's much worse to watch.
It was an immersive experience.
It was horrifying, but I don't see any reason anyone would get up and leave a podcast because of that.
No, I think we're all right.
Yeah, it should be fine. Nick needs to stop it.
Nick, come on our show and tell us to stop it.
So anyway, my baby's perfect.
That's excellent. Yeah, I was telling Maddie right after I got the picture. Every baby, I'm qualifying this after I say it, just so you know. Every baby, every infant I've ever seen is hideous to me, except for yours. You're 3 for 3 perfect kids.
Well, now here's a vaginal birth is extremely traumatic for a baby.
That's what I've heard. My pastor was explaining that to me at church this Sunday.
That's why they come out and they've got they're bruised. They look like they've been like they've gone 6 rounds with Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely traumatic. Their heads are not fully fused together. It's kind of like the plate tectonics.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like that because sometimes it their head caves in so they can get through.
Gotcha.
And then, so imagine the trauma of that. And that's why a lot of newborn babies are like, oh, yeah, your baby's cute, sure. In a C-section.
We get it. You've got oxytocin in your system. Calm down.
Exactly. But with the C-section, there's no trauma for the baby. But it's nothing but trauma for the mom. It's a major surgery.
Yeah.
But the baby just all of a sudden, it's imagine sitting there when suddenly the construction crew puts the skylight in.
Right.
That's a C-section for a kid. Like, oh, look at that. Huh. Well, they're pulling me out, and I'm alive. And so they look after they get their bath and they get all the fucking wicked, all the vernix and blood and shit off of them. They look pink and they don't look bruised up and they look perfect. And that's why, I had a talk with Justin, our other cousin.
Mm-hmm.
He called me today and was like, "Dude, you sent me that picture of Avy, and she is she 3 months old?" And I was like, "No, that was like she's half an hour old," and she's like, "That's just retarded." It's like, well, that's just how it happens. But then there's other, not to make this about birthing kids,
Right.
Jesus, but there's a whole. I mean, a lot of cesarean section kids have breathing problems because when they don't have the when they're forced through the vagina, it compresses all the liquid out of their lungs. Cesarean births don't have that opportunity, and so for a long, that's why you got to stay in the hospital longer, because they got to make sure that all the fluids are out of the kid's lungs.
Gotcha.
So it's a whole fucking thing.
Huh. That's fan. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I just had to text my mom and tell her that I love her because she had 4 of them, and now I feel like a piece of shit.
She had four C-sections.
Yeah, me and Nick
Yeah.
actually were all C-sections, and just listening to you, I just had to text her. So I'm waiting for a response back saying, "What's wrong? What are you doing?"
So yeah, it's a brutal thing, man.
Wow. I had no
But
idea.
hey, congrats, man. Yeah, I heard
Oh,
about.
thank you.
Saw it on Facebook. So what? Why did you decide on the name?
We were at dinner, and I always complain because I say I never get. I'll be throwing names out that I like, and she'll say no to them all the time, and I'll complain. But I named all 3 of our kids. We were just sitting at dinner one day, and I just said the word, like it's just a sound. It's like if you throw enough fucking shit against the wall, something's gonna stick. I said Avy, and Natalie like, and I was like, not Avery, not Ava, just Avy, and she said, I like it. That's our girl name. And then, my oldest daughter's middle name is Ginevra. Named after Ginny Weasley from the Harry Potter books. And so I kind of wanted to do something geeky like that. And 2 of my favorite things growing up was, 1, the Adler Planetarium in Chicago. And 2, the only person that Sherlock Holmes saw as an equal was Irene Adler. And so I pulled off the 2 of those, and A.V. Adler I thought sounded pretty cool, so
Yeah.
that's how we came up with the name. And the last
Excellent.
name was given to me at birth, and I think it passes down. So
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an option as well, though. But I mean, it's cool you kept Elliot. Now, another question I have, because I mean, obviously, I don't have any children. I've never seen a birth C-section. How similar is it to the scene in Total Recall when they're trapped and they have to talk to the thing coming out of the dude's stomach?
Oh, it's very similar.
It's very similar.
Yeah, very similar. Actually, it's very similar. So I'm actually glad we're done having kids, because if we had another C-section, that's all I could think of now. So
I worry now, because if I was ever to be in a room and a C-section was happening, I think the first thing I would say is Quaid. Would instantly become a single dad.
instantly. No, you have an option to watch the whole thing. I've never actually stood there and watched, because I don't. Not that I don't think I could handle it. I just don't need to see that.
Right. At least in Bone Tomahawk, you know it's fake.
Right.
Oh, I gotta watch it. I need to see what I've done.
Watch the whole movie, because it's actually there's a really good chance it's the best movie of the year for me.
How come I haven't heard of it other than your show, though?
Wasn't released. It was released directly to Amazon.
Okay.
I still don't know why. It just didn't get a widescreen release. It was played at some festivals. It was played at some. I don't even think it had a limited release. I think it was played at festivals. It was critically lauded and given all these awards and like, oh, this is a good movie. But then no production studio actually picked it up to release it. And so they said, but Amazon did. And so that was the venue. The cast is incredible. You'll recognize everyone in the movie.
Now, is it worse than Human Centipede?
It's
I'm going to say, based on that one scene, yes.
Because if I know what Human Centipede is, and I've seen trailers and understand the concept of that, if that should be advertised, but this movie isn't.
Well, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I honestly don't have an answer for you. I don't know why it was not in every movie theater across the fucking Great Divide here. I have no idea. But
Well, one day we'll all get together, drink a bottle of Malort, and watch it.
ugh. If you're drinking Malort when that scene happens, you'll throw up.
What movie is this?
Challenge accepted.
Bone Tomahawk.
With Kurt Russell?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Colin's probably buying it right now.
Hey, don't tempt me.
Colin's a movie guy, right?
He's a good man. I'm leaving this podcast when we're done recording. I'm going to the movie podcast weekly to do a Star Wars Revenge of the Sith review, and then I believe we're reviewing the second Hunger Games, and boy, I'm not sure what else came out this weekend. So
Cool,
Gotcha.
cool.
Like the new Mockingjay.
yeah,
Gotcha.
Mockingjay Part 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was actually
Still need
telling
to see that.
Colin about the other podcast. I think Colin actually be interested to catch.
Oh,
catch
you'd love it, Colin.
Oh, I'm sure I would.
Do you are you a guy who tries to see movies in the theater?
When I can, and if they interest me enough, yeah.
Yeah. We try to review movies that come out that week, but every once in a while we do a. They used to have a show called Considering the Sequels, where they would actually review entire franchises.
Oh,
And so what we're doing with Star Wars is we're doing one Star Wars episode a week leading up to episode 7.
okay.
And we're kind of doing it in a Considering the Sequels kind of way. We do it we'll do that every once in a while. Like when Mission Impossible came out, we had an entire episode where all we reviewed was all of the Mission Impossibles. So
Yeah.
they're cool episodes. It's not like a bonus episode. It's just a cool episode. Cool, a different format. Kind of keeps us on our toes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, me and Colin, we started watching the Star Wars in order, and I think I made it halfway through the first one. So
Yeah, right before the pod race, he decided to fall asleep for the rest of the movie.
Well,
That's
the
like when I
pod
watched
race
The Fellowship of the Ring.
The pod race is 3 hours long.
Oh, God.
I tried. I tried to get through it. And I think it's because maybe I saw that one already. I understood the concept of what was going to happen in that one. So maybe the next 5 I'll get through and be okay with it.
Well, we'll have to give that a shot then.
All right. Hey, I'm being open to the idea because I really want to go see this new one with Rob and you guys, and I want to know what's going on
Well, yeah.
because I don't want to be that guy sitting next to you guys being like, "Hey, who's that? What to do?"
Well, do we have to watch it in the morning instead of after work?
I'll still fall asleep.
Well, it's 13 hours, almost 14 hours worth of footage if you want to try to cram them all in before the movie. It's best to do it in like you're eating an elephant. So
Yeah, I think the problem
All
was,
at once.
I think when we watched it, it was late at night. We had the fire heater thing on.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I was drinking, and I was reclining in the thing. So I think that's maybe I was just too relaxed in the whole aspect of watching it.
that
oh,
might
yeah,
be
we
it.
started.
You don't need to excuse yourself when you fall asleep in the middle of the first one. I'm just throwing that out there.
So, and really, as long as you don't fall asleep in the 4th, 5th, and 6th ones,
Right.
you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, with the 7th one coming up.
Yeah, the first one, I watched it a couple weeks ago at Ryan's house, and I walked away from it going, that is not the movie I remember. That was
Yeah.
much better when I was 7.
Yeah, that's kind of what everybody came down to. I mean, I remember leaving the theaters and saying like, "Wow, that's awesome," and then slowly it starts to, the more the separated you get from that first time you saw it, it's like, that was burnt toast, wasn't
I
it?
still loved it.
I like Burnt Toast better than I like Phantom Menace.
Yeah, well, that's saying something.
Did you guys know that Anakin Skywalker is only like 26?
Like the kid who played him in the first one?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but it makes sense.
The actor.
Yeah, he was our age in it.
Yeah, he was
Well,
like
my mom-
9 or something when the movie was made.
Yeah.
And he's like a crack addict now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Full
he's like
Macaulay
an
Culkin.
Oh, wait,
like
this
an
isn't
overweight
Edward
addict.
Furlong we're talking about.
No.
This is
It's
Freakin'.
like Corey Haim.
Ugh. So,
I'm gonna give it a shot. Hey, Ryan, what's your plans for Thanksgiving?
My plans for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day, we have Thanksgiving at my in-laws all day. And then I think Friday we're spending some time with my folks and the grandparents. My brother's coming into town Friday. Then Saturday is a little soiree at my folks' house to for family, extended family, friends to meet the new baby, and that's the weekend. So I think Thursday, since we only have to be in one spot, I'll probably get drinky and I'll watch the Bears Packers, of course, and then I'll probably eat. Actually, they got some good food over the in-laws.
nice.
Why would you put yourself through watching another Bears game, man? It's not even...
Well, I got Aaron Rodgers on my fantasy team, so
Oh,
well,
gotcha.
At least you're watching a positive part of it.
right. I'm watching that magnificent bastard play football.
Let me ask your opinion. Being a married man with a family, how do you guys divide up your holidays?
Well, we are blessed in that my parents live 4 miles to the north of us, and my in-laws live 6 miles to the east of us.
Oh wow, there you go.
So we have very little. Yeah, I married a local girl, so I have very little travel time. I also have my mom is super cool in that she is very, very, very flexible with when we have holidays. Like my mom's family Christmas, when it's just my family, my parents, my brother, his boyfriend, we have it like 2 weeks before Christmas. And that's how it's always been. I remember as a kid, it was actually kind of cool because you never knew when Santa came to your house. It could be any day in the month of December. And because we always had to spend Christmas, and Joe, I mean,
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember.
Christmas Eve was Grandma and Grandpa's, and then Christmas Day, we'd have Christmas morning.
Yeah.
We'd have the big ass ham, and we'd talk about dildos and stuff.
My dad one year. My dad one year for Christmas made it from Oak Forest to Earl Park and back in like an hour.
Yeah.
To make sure that my brothers and I were at Christmas morning.
Right. And we had to go from the south side of Chicago at the Sneddons to the north side of Chicago at the Elliots for Thanksgivings, Christmases. So Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, my mom never had a family Christmas of her own. So she just she told us things like I got in touch with Santa, and he's gonna have a special day just for us. And so you're like 4, and you're like, fuck yeah.
Special Santa Day.
Like fucking special Christmas. And Joe and I had it good because I had special Christmas, and then we had because my grandma felt bad that our Jewish cousins got like a Hanukkah gift every day of Hanukkah. She also got us gifts every day of Hanukkah. Mm-hmm. So we weren't Jewish, but we got to celebrate Hanukkah with the gift part, and then we also had Christmas. So
yep,
yeah, we're kind of like pseudo Jew.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of hearing the story that you were talking about where you got, I think it was David's Hanukkah gift.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Happy Hanukkah, David, 1997 was in the back of my football films through the years book or whatever.
That is the one thing that I love about my mom remarrying. It's not the fact that she married Carl, it's that I get to know Carl's family.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was the fact that you get like 8 Christmases.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say like...
Because that's what I liked growing up.
Is Hanukkah, man.
Yeah, no, it's just like, man, it's never a boring moment with you guys. I love talking to
No,
you guys.
we're like harebrained schemes. We only have 2 speeds, fast and faster.
Fast and faster. When it comes to holiday, it's like tradition, and there was all we had some goofy ones. We would have like we never had a Christmas dinner like that Norman Rockwell Christmas dinner with the big turkey and everybody sitting around the table and saying grace and we had chocolate milk, Coronas, and White Castles. That was our Christmas.
White Castle sounds so good right now.
That was Joe and I's Christmas.
Yep.
Every year growing up.
Nice.
And Christmas Eve, the men in the family would literally, and it's like the most sexist, misogynist thing in the world. Looking back on it, I still would do it.
Oh yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
think I would back out
I
on
don't.
that part of it.
Yep.
But the concept was, hey, leave the cleaning and the dishes to the women. It's cigar walk time. And the cigar walk, it had rules. You had to be 11 to go.
Oh, well,
And
boundaries.
you meet out in the street with the Cazzo family, who lived across the street, and they're Italian as you could be. Like there was like 30 dudes that were at their party, but only 4 names. It was like Mike, Mikey, Danny, Nick, Donnie,
Ron.
Danny, Mike, and Mikey, and Ron. And they would bring cigars, and the Snedden family was in charge of bringing like homemade like hooch, like not like White Lightning.
Right, there was no
schnapps.
still in the basement.
Right, we would make peppermint and anisette schnapps, which tastes like black licorice. And we would bring bottles of it, and we would all meet in the street, and we'd say, hey, Merry Christmas. And then we'd all, if you were 11, you could go. If you were 12, you could get a cigar, but you couldn't smoke it. If you're 13, you can smoke the cigar and drink. And we would pass the bottle back and forth throughout the crowd. There'd be like 5 bottles of peppermint schnapps, 5 bottles of anisette schnapps, and we made that shit with Everclear. So by the time you walk the 3 blocks around the oak forest, you are drunk. And so you got to think you're 13 years old, you're smoking a cigar with your uncles and your dad and your grandparents, all your guy cousins, all the Cazzos. And when you're done, you go back to their garage and you drink whatever's left. You're shit-faced.
Yep.
And that was Christmas Eve, man. And
It
and
bums that I haven't even been on one of those.
you know what?
Yeah, they ended before you guys.
What bums me out is they just kind of ended. And well, I mean, they didn't just kind of end. The Cazzos moved.
Yep.
So they didn't come. They weren't there for Christmas Eve. I tried to do it at my house, where I offered to have it at my house, and we had, I think, probably we did 2-3 years of it at my house.
Yeah.
And then it just got to where, everybody grows up. Everybody starts having their own families. Everybody moves to different places for school or whatever, and it's just not as easy to get together anymore. So it just, it'll get brought back at some point.
Yeah.
But that was always, I mean, I remember thinking, I get to watch, my cousin Justin walks out the door because he's 11. I got to stay back. And he's like my dude growing up.
Yeah.
And then I become 11. It's like, dude, I can fucking go to this thing. And so I get to go. And then, and then to know that it's right around Christmas time, to know that this is the year I get to smoke a cigar and I'm allowed to take some pulls from the bottle. I mean, that's just fucking awesome. It's like it's a coming of age thing.
My first cigar was a Cigar Walk cigar, and it's still the best cigar I've ever had.
Yeah. And
I think it
cool
was
thing
the
is-
Douchemasters, when we had the Douchemasters ones.
Yep. And what's cool is it might have been, it could have been the world's shittiest cigar, but in that
Right.
situation with those people, that's the best cigar you're ever gonna have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe with the new house, I'll try to rekindle an old tradition.
Reignite it, man. I think the easiest thing to do, and because I've been, I think about it a lot, is to find a time that isn't Christmas time. To just have like a cigar walk weekend or even like cigar walk Saturday, and it could be any time. Fuck, you could do it during the summer. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Even if it was just like, you do it in January, do
Right.
it in February, where even if you wanted to make it be still cold, you don't have to have that, because it had nothing to do with Christmas. I mean, it's not like we're walking for Jesus or like.
No,
let's
it was
go on
more
a
like
cigar
Jesus,
walk.
we're walking.
or Jesus, I can't believe we're still walking.
3 blocks feels like 6 when you've had half a bottle of anisette.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then we got older, and half a bottle of anisette turned into, throw that fucking cap away. We're going to drink the whole fucking bottle of anisette.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, Justin dislocates his thumb. I lick his bone. Long story short.
Yeah, Carl told me that story too.
That was brutal. That was fucking brutal and hilarious. We were so drunk. So drunk. And that was the last year Paul and I were in charge of making the booze.
Right, because you guys, didn't you
Well,
double the recipe?
We decided that it's 2/5 of Everclear in a batch with 2 ounces of flavoring, and that ounces of flavoring masks the Everclear. So if we did 4/5 of Everclear and used 4/5 of flavoring, no one would know. Well, the problem is that you can go, there's we've been doing this for years, 14, 15, 20 years. There's guys that know they can take 2 pulls off the hooch and be just drunk enough when they get back to their family Christmas that they can, enjoy it. Well, 2 pulls off the hooch this year was 4 pulls off the hooch. And, we didn't tell anybody till 3 days later that, oh, by the way, we fucking cranked up the booze in the whoopsie. It was a mistake.
That's hilarious.
We're idiots.
Oh.
Ryan, tell me what you're thankful for, man, with this holiday season.
I got a healthy family, and you lead up to the birth of a child, and you're sitting there, they take your wife away to do all the pre-op stuff, and you're sitting in a hallway all by yourself. You're in scrubs, and all you can think about is, the last thing you do is you sign a consent form saying that if something were to happen in the OR to you, that we will administer first aid to your child and your wife, and then you. So, if I were to look up and see blood and faint and hit my head, they're not going to do anything to me until the baby's safe and the wife is safe. And I think it's so ridiculous because, duh. Of course you're going to take care of them first. Why? This is stupid.
Right, who's the idiot who spilled that hot coffee on themselves?
Right. And so you're sitting in that, in your scrubs in this hallway on a bench. It's totally quiet. You can't see anything. And you're there for 20 minutes. You got a lot of time to think. And leading up to that moment, do you think it's a boy? Do you think it's a girl? Oh, I really like our boy's name that we picked out. In those 20 minutes, all you can think is, please, God, deliver me a healthy wife and a healthy kid. Because, I know I can't raise the 2 kids I have without my wife. I just couldn't do it. So I'm right now, this holiday season, and the fact that we've never had a kid anywhere near the holidays, they're fucking summertime babies, my first 2. So I am thankful that I've got 3 healthy kids, and I got a wife who's on the mend, and boy, I can't, I don't think there's anything else I could be more thankful for than that.
Beautiful. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's that's an easy question at this point. If I had a 3rd summertime baby, I'd be thankful, that Jake Arrieta won the Cy Young, or that these sweatpants that I stole from Justin Snedden fit really well. I don't. So you ask me any other time, I've got a totally different thankful. But I'm thankful that I got 4 human beings sleeping upstairs that are just that couldn't be healthier and happier. So
That's good. Hey, real quick before you got to take off, do you have any opinion on Schwarber maybe winning Rookie of the Year over Bryant?
Played less games, but I don't know if that equates to. I think he played less games yet had a bigger impact. That makes sense. I think he was better in the playoffs than Bryant was, but I'm not sure that he should be Rookie of the Year over Bryant. I've actually never thought of that, and I don't know if maybe because I don't listen to enough Chicago radio. Is that something they're talking about up there?
No, I mean, like, I just saw that they won, but I mean, like, when I'm thinking about it, like the whole concept that they waited about a month, or not even a month, like 15 days or something before they brought Brian up.
12 games.
12 games to
So
eliminate.
you're probably right about 15 days.
Yeah, so the whole reason they did that was to make this not count towards his first year of Major League Baseball.
Right.
So if they
Right.
can sit there and say that he won Rookie of the Year, saying this is his rookie year, how can they say that without actually being his first year
Well,
play?
what it does is it didn't take away the fact that this was his rookie season. What it did was because it wouldn't be considered a full enough season for this to trigger. It's all he's a rookie. It's just his according to his contract, he didn't play a full rookie season, therefore making him team. They don't have to go into arbitration for like another 5 years, so they sat him for 12 games to get like 3 extra years on his contract. So I think he's still for like if you were to ask like Elias Sports Bureau, who takes care of all that official stuff, he's a rookie. I just think it's a contract buzzard. A contract buzzard, which is a thing I made up.
Yep. I'll
They'll be using that.
But I mean, with his stats and everything, I mean, like, do you believe that he should have been Rookie of the Year?
Yes. Yeah, I do. He should have been Rookie of the Year. He just shouldn't have been. You know what, though? I think he should have been Rookie of the Year, and I think that Schwarber should have had more of a. They should have voted. Yeah, he just didn't have a long enough season. Couldn't do that. Yeah, it's Bryant.
Yeah, I mean, I was just pulling up his stats. You realize this guy struck out 199 times?
Yes.
I don't-
Yeah, he also had 99 RBIs and 29 home runs.
Yeah, 26 home runs.
Yeah, 26 home runs.
Yeah, but I don't know. How about Arrieta? Think he deserves Cy Young?
Oh, without a doubt. And I'm now preface all this with I'm a lifelong Cubs fan. So,
Do you believe he won? Do you believe he deserved to win because of Cubs fan, or just because he believed in his season?
I believe he won it because of his second half of his season. He had a very serviceable front half of his season. His second half of his season was record book worthy. I think the no-hitter helped a lot. I think it's one of those things where, like, I don't know, do playoff win-losses count towards total win-losses? You know, like if you had a home run in the World Series, does it count towards your home run record, like a home run tally?
No.
Okay.
Any home run in spring training, playoffs, World Series do not count towards your actual home run count.
Okay. So I don't know if you can. It's one of those things where I don't know if you can count his play-in game performance towards his body of work for his season, which is what the Cy Young is awarding you for, your regular season pitching. But I think there's a lot of voters who looked at that play-in game and said, like, there's no way, like, it's kind of one of those things, like, if you're on a jury and they present evidence, but then one side or the other says something along the lines of, like, that's inadmissible, and the judge looks at you and says, you cannot count that when you're thinking about the verdict. Well, how can I not? I've seen it. Just because legally it's not part of the fucking equation, how can I not factor that in? So I think that's what helped him win it, was that play-in game performance against the Pirates.
I
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well,
Two more baseballs, and I want to get you out of here. I'm just curious. Like, do you believe the Cubs are going to sign David Price?
I hope not, but yes.
Okay, and do you believe that the Cubs and White Sox will trade Quintana and Baez to each other?
No, I don't think Baez is going anywhere.
Okay, that's all I need. I don't get to talk about baseball, so I just want to ask that.
You could bring me on any if hopefully, you know, you guys have heard the statistic. Most podcasts fold after 8 podcasts. So if you can make it past your 8th podcast, you are like not in the majority of people who start podcasts. If you guys are still rolling come start of the season, or even during the hot stove, if you want to have me on, I'll talk hot stove baseball all day.
Oh, that's my whole plan for March. If we make it there, which I do believe we will, as soon as March comes around, I want to look at baseball. I'm actually talking to a buddy of mine too, and we're gonna do like some kind of fantasy draft. But we're gonna do a draft on the show, but it's gonna be draft of teams and team wins based on points, not just players. So if you want part of that,
damn straight.
Perfect. Okay, so I don't want to keep you anymore because I know you got other things you got to do. If you want to quickly tell everyone like where they can find you and all that stuff.
Follow me on Twitter at GeekCastRye, and check us out at geekcastlivepodcast.com/podcast. And then also you can listen to me I believe it's every Wednesday. Sometimes it's once a week. You're going to get at moviepodcastweekly.com. That's a fun one. And I'm just a co-host there, so I get to have a real good time. Very no structure. So, but yeah, that's where they can find me. Twitter, Geekcast Live, and send a quick. If you put any message in a bottle, and throw it in your trash, I'll get that too.
Trying it.
You have to throw it in my trash.
Oh, okay.
And it has to be the trash that's underneath the sign that says "in."
Perfect.
Like the inbox trash. So if you put a message in a bottle and then put it in my inbox, I'll get it.
Excellent.
And carrier pigeon, which I have too.
Mm-hmm.
Diogenes and Pendergast.
Right. I'll avoid sending it to your carry-on pigeon.
Yes.
No carry-on pigeon for you.
It has to be stowed in the underneath the seat in front of you.
Right. Excellent. Well, thank you for being on.
No problem, guys. Anytime, actually. So it's fun. It's fun being on, and I wish you best of luck.
Yeah. Thank you. So
Take care, Ryan.
Yeah, take it easy.
Rock and roll, guys. Hey, Colin. Nice. Thanks for talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you too.
Au revoir, Shoshana.
All right. See ya. Alrighty. So that was Geekcast Rye.
Cool. Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt bad because I knew he had to get off sooner, but I just want to get those questions in real quick.
No, I hear you. So, do we have anything else we want to talk about to wrap up, or are we plugs?
No, we want to talk more, man. We haven't been doing this very long today. It's our special. Come on.
All right, well,
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
No, serious.
I don't know, just at those eyes, I could tell he's being serious.
That's true. Those are some serious eyes.
Yeah, just look into those hungry eyes.
I'm probably using your avatar as the picture for our show this week.
Oh,
You're
thanks.
welcome, listeners. You can find him at Sexy Colin on Twitter. Probably not, but you know.
It's worth a try, right?
Mm-hmm. Whoever actually has that handle will take whatever pics you want to send them.
Colin, what kind of deals are you looking for on Black Friday?
Right now, my main concern is getting a new desk. I found one that I can get for $181. That's with a hutch, which is altogether normally $459. So that's the deal. That's my main one I'm going to look for. And then I also got to possibly look at getting a new computer monitor because I think this one that I currently have is going out. And then you got the little movies, but those aren't a big deal, so.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, with the whole Black Friday always being early, I've already bought two off my list. Supernatural Season 10 and then True Detective, so.
Nice.
Yeah. Now it's a matter of what else can I buy for it.
Excellent.
But you guys, I mean, obviously Travis said he's going with his mom this year, but you're not going to try.
I am not. I'm probably going to be hanging out with my mom and my stepdad, my brothers.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
And possibly doing homework. So I don't know. We'll see. It depends on how much I get done before Wednesday this week.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Actually, Wednesday night, probably about midnight is when I have to look for that monitor deal. So.
nice. If you can't find one for a computer, you can always get like the
TV.
animal, the monitor.
Just get a
Okay.
TV as my monitor.
Nah, just get a giant lizard. You don't need a computer.
Hey, I guess that would work.
It won't do you any good.
Yeah.
Cooper will have someone to play with, though.
Cooper might die from him.
Cooper probably chew on him when he's not looking.
I'm pretty sure it'd be the other way around. You'd probably be swallowing Cooper.
Challenge accepted.
Well, I guess it would depend on the size.
Yeah, we'll start out small, see where we're at. Geez. Joey,
Yes.
you want to do your plugs and we'll call it good?
Sure. Wow, I blanked on him just then. I was ready for a different question.
What question were you ready for?
I was like, I'm thankful for my wife. Oh, you want my plugs?
Oh, you know, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. What are you thankful for, Jim?
I'm thankful for my wife. She's awesome.
Is she sitting right there, Joey?
No, I don't even think she's listening to me. She never listens when I'm on podcast. She just zones right out.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was right there, and if this is a cry for help, I just wanted you to start saying help, and I'll get you help out there.
Oh, that's funny. No, all is well. I love being married. It's really great, and I didn't really appreciate it enough until I called my grandma the other day and was like, "Grandma, I'm sorry I haven't talked to you in 2 months," and she was like, "Don't worry about it. You're a newlywed."
Yeah, this is like your first major holiday together, right?
It is. Well, as a married couple, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking when Ryan was talking about his holidays, I was like, man, we've kept a book for the past 2 years.
Are you going to her families at all?
Probably not for Thanksgiving. Probably for Christmas.
Okay, I got you. Colin, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for a great friend of travesty that allows me to not be living at home anymore.
Aw.
Yeah. Don't make
Oh.
it gay, Travis.
Gotcha. I was
That's what I'm
like,
thankful for.
I thought you were moving out of Travis's house because you found a new friend who was going to let you do that.
Well, yeah, if we want to make it that way too.
I was like, wow, you move fast with the women's. Travis, what are you thankful for?
I mean, this year has been actually one blessing after another. I mean, I'm thankful that I have a good job that pays me good money to do what I do. I'm blessed to have this house. I'm thankful to have this house, and I'm thankful that there's not a lot of work that needs to be done into it. That I did luck out on finding it. I'm thankful for having my little dog Cooper. Where you at, Coops? Come here. Cooper. Yeah, I'm also thankful for, friends and family. I mean, people like Colin, people like you that keep me sane, keep me happy. Couldn't ask for much more in life,
Yep. Cries of your enemies, the lamentations of their women, etc.
A loving understanding is all. Yes.
Excellent.
I know Ryan already mentioned it, but I just want to tell him one more time where they can.
Yeah, by all means, it bears repeating. If you can find my dulcet tones on my other podcast at geekcastlivepodcast.com/podcast. You can also find that podcast on the Facebook and Twitter by searching for Geekcast Live. On Facebook, we have a group and a page, so like them both, join them both. We don't discriminate. So unless you're a robot, we don't let robots play. So, yeah.
And as always, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter at This Freakin' Show. Tune into our website, thisfreakinshow.com, where you can find this show as well as the others from past. Don't forget that we do have a contest going on right now to create our new and upcoming logo. We currently, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, or our website, you see that we have a logo right now. It's basically a red shirt with a tie, and as much as we love it, we would love something else. So use your creativity. Send us your idea. It doesn't have to be one. You can send us multiple drawings and pictures. We have a few in now that we look over and we like them, but we'd like more to be coming in. So you can send those to us at thisfreakinshow@yahoo.com. We'll be announcing the winner of that on our show December 30th, and the contest will end, was it midnight the 26th of December?
Midnight the 26th of December.
Perfect. So make sure you get those submissions into us so we have plenty of time to look them over. We will be knocking them off one by one based on what we like. So, you know, get them in when you can. I think that's it.
Excellent.
Well, thank you for tuning in. As always, I'm Travesty.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And Geekcast Joe.
Thank you for listening to This Freakin' Show. I'm out.